Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm just checking I am live on the phone, and there I am. Fantastic. So welcome. I thought I'd just sneak in and just see who's online in this Facebook group. I didn't make an announcement because I just want to share some goodies with you in this Facebook group. As you know, this is where we have the specials and insights and teaching of Mystery School. And what I'm going to be sharing is about Saturn retrograde. And this is related to one of the modules that I teach of medical astrology. And if you're online watching, do say hello so I can connect with you as well. So I'm going to talk about Saturn retrograde, what you need to know, what's going to happen, all the deliciousness of that time, and what you can do with it. Because I love working with the retrogrades, the moon cycles, and in fact, I do everything. All my courses and events are based on that. I'm going to give you an example. We had a pink moon in April this year, and I was to take people to Egypt in April, and I went, not the right retrogrades and moon cycle. The moon was fantastic, but it wasn't the right time, and I needed to take people to Egypt for September, October this year, and in a new moon with the stars. And because I do that, everything aligns for me and it aligns for everyone else, because I want it to be in the alignment of what's called the absolute. Hey, Denise, Leanne, Jenny, so good to see you. Please stay online. That's fantastic news that you're here. So I'm going to give some tips and bits. And you don't have to write any of this down because it's recorded. You can go back and write some notes and also see how you can apply this in your life. And I'll explain how I do it as well. Leanne, hello, lovely. Hello. Some of you might have been eating dinner or just had dinner. I've just had dinner, and I do have one of my cups that I got from Egypt. You can see it here with a peppermint tea. The peppermint tea in Australia is not the same as the peppermint tea in Egypt. Oh my gosh, I love the mint tea in Egypt. So let's talk about Saturn retrograde. When is it for now? So 29th of September, and that is, which is Saturday, through to the 15th of November. So in that 6-month-ish period, we have a beautiful time to do specific things. Hi, Holly. Nice to see you, darling. When Saturn goes retrograde, and Saturn, like, it's a sexy planet. It's that one with the circle and a globe with rings and a beautiful ring around it. I really love the color and the dynamic shape of that. When it goes retrograde, this is a great time to revisit. What are you going to revisit? You're going to revisit relationships. Who with? Yourself. With your work. With your food. With your partners, partnerships, dogs, pets, house that you live in, any sort of relationship, the relationship with your jumper. So now is the time to revisit. Now, when I'm revisiting something, I'm looking at it and I go, is this me anymore? Now, those that have done the Millennium Calendar, this is the time, July is the time I go through my wardrobe, because it's my new year. My new year is not the 1st of January. I work on sacred geometry time. And my new year is, am I that person? Do I really want that anymore? Is that aligned with me? So I revisit. It's like you go in, knock on the door and say, hello, I'm just going to revisit you. So revisit relationships with everything. Your clothes, go through the Tupperware cupboard, the spice drawer, what's in your freezer, everything. Fabulous time to do this. And those that have done the Bite Me program, you know that. Are you holding on to spices and frozen food that's totally out of date, or you don't even know what the date is? Get rid of it. Don't even give it to someone else. Put it in your recycling bin or in your compost bin or whatever it is that you're doing. So revisit relationships with yourself. Self is really important first. So this is going to go for about 20 minutes. Revisit yourself to see, who are you now? Does that align with you? Do you want to do that anymore? Does it serve you anymore? Does it serve you anymore so you can serve others? Those are doing a Happy Money module. At the moment, we're into week 2 of 10 weeks. I'm here of service. Does it serve me so I can serve other people? And if it doesn't, you say no. It's really easy. And when you do that, when you revisit your relationship with yourself or your clothes or hairstyles or anything, whatever it is, what you're doing is you're checking in on, this is me, this is no longer me. Because in this cycle of life, now June is the time to finish off, and this retrograde's right at the end of June. Finish something off, and it's always a learning lesson. So revisit relationships. Then we're going to revisit and work on long-term goals. What does that mean? Jean, I don't goal set. Yes, you all do. You're all goal set. If you've got up in the morning and you've decided to wear the pearl necklace or the hoop earrings or put your hair in a scrunchie, that's a goal. Everything is a goal. What's the long-term goal? So your long-term goal. Right now, in actual fact, I'm just going to squeeze on through and get my little chart. We don't sell these because they don't wear it very well. We sell the bigger ones, but at least I can show you. So in winter time here, Southern Hemisphere, June is finished off, July is chrysalis, August is plant time. This is new beginnings. I learn everything this way. I don't do January at the beginning of the year. It doesn't work. You've heard the New Year's resolutions. They don't work because it's the wrong time. So right here, long-term goals, July, I'm having time off. I'm actually, you guys are going to be first to know, my husband doesn't even know this yet, but I'm running away for 2 weeks. I used to do this all the time and last did it in 2019, but this time I have to go overseas to the heat. I just can't do the cold anymore. And so long-term goals, I'm going to reflect in July. It's like, okay, I've got to get some clients and whatever through and make sure I do all the sessions, do last little things next week by Tuesday, and that's it. It's time to look at the long-term goals. What are long-term goals? Well, in this time here, I'm looking at, am I eating healthy? Long-term goal, I want to be healthy. I'm 57 years old, young, whatever you want to call it. I'll be turning 58. I can't believe that. I feel like I'm 12 sometimes. I'll be turning 58. How do I want to be? And I think about my grandmother, my mum's mum. Now, she was 92 and still playing competition tennis. 94, she had a fall and she died. And so I think long-term goals, I want to be healthy. What can I do for my health? So in looking at the long-term goals in July reflection, it allows me to plan in August, because August is the time of planning. So with that time of long-term goals, I've got my health. So then I'm going to look at my diet. Now, diet is not weight loss. When I talk about diet, those who've done the Bite Me program, it's looking at what you're eating, when you're eating it, what's the foods and things like that. And my body has just said at the moment, I've been taking supplements for a long time, my body has just said, you need a break for a little bit, just stop. So I have stopped just for a little bit, just to go, okay, stop, just stop. Because long-term goals, I need to reevaluate. And looking at metabolic rates and all sorts of things at the moment. Hey, Kat, good to see you, darling. Good to see you. So long-term goal, I've got health, could be money, wealth. The wealth might be, where do I want to save money? Do I want to open up another bank account? I have lots of bank accounts. I have a bank, and they're all nicknamed. I have one for holidays, one for fun, one for retirement, one for... It might be that I want to change the long-term goals on my finances. I have an affirmation. I am a master of my wealth. So in long-term goals, I could look at the finances. Long-term goals, the house that I live in. Long-term goals. I want another dog. It's still too soon. I'm still grieving Zach not being here. But maybe around Christmas, maybe not. Around Christmas, I will look at possibly another dog. Why Christmas? Long-term goal, because people buy puppies and things at Christmas time for Christmas presents. And then after 2 weeks, they dump them and go, oh, well, that wasn't a good idea. And rather than the dog being put down at the RSPCA, I'd rather take a dog around that time. And then they put the dog in the RSPCA around Christmas time because they want to go on holidays. They haven't learned long-term goals. So, hey, Heidi. So good to see you, darling. So looking at long-term goals of the dog, what sort of dog would I get? I'd get another big dog. I like the big dogs because they go for long walks and runs and things like that through the forest. So I want another big dog. Long-term goal. Okay, looking at the long-term goal, I travel a lot. So next year, we've already got people booked in for Mexico and Peru, for Machu Picchu, and I've got Egypt again. So long-term goals, if I have a dog, who's at home? Who's going to look after it? Long-term goals, things such as my car. I have a business car. It is time to get a new one. And so I'm going to look at what sort of car do I want now. I do like higher cars. I mean, not higher, but higher cars. They're taller cars. Long-term goals. So I could start looking at it. Long-term goals. I'll just go back to the dog. The dog trainer that I had, she's moved. She was amazing. She trained with no treats. It was just the best, the best. So long-term goals, if I'm going to get a dog, I want a dog trainer. I want to start to sniff them out right now. That aligns with me, because it's actually me that needs the training, not the dog. The dogs are fine. It's always us humans. So that's an idea of working on long-term goals. And taking this time to do so, especially, it's cold. I've got the heater on at the moment, but especially at the moment, and I'm just going to turn the heater up. Bear with me. I'm just going to turn the heater up a bit. The long-term goals, wintertime, like sit inside. I've got my peppermint tea, my Egyptian mug. I'm sitting inside. My client's cancelled. He's asked to reschedule. It's going to be 8:30 tonight. And I went, it gives me a chance to do long-term goals, do a Facebook Live for you guys. And it's like, yeah, you want to stay at home to do that, because it's right in the crux of wintertime. How delicious. Get the bunny rug, put on something warm. You might have something in the background, maybe some Netflix, like a comedy or something or other as well. So perfect time. Now we're going to go to look at the responsibilities, working on the responsibilities and the duties. Now, responsibilities are held in the shoulder chakras and the shoulders. In this place of working on the responsibilities and duties is, what am I responsible for? So I'll go back again, and I said about revisiting who I am. So I'm revisiting that I'm 57, turning 58. I feel like I'm 12. I want to be long, healthy age type thing. What can I do? I haven't been at a gym all year. I've been looking for a gym. I found someone that will do personal training out in the garden, on the lawn and by the river, because I love nature. So I've trialed something with her. So all these things are things of respond and able. So looking at the responsibility and my duty. What is my duty? I have one duty of care, and that's to me first. And then my next duty of care is to the family. Even though my sons are grown up, I don't have a dog at the moment, and I've got my husband. I've got a certain duty of care to them, and a duty of care to my team and also to my clients. So my duty of care, my business, making sure things are upgraded, things are put on the website, things are working fine. Like behind the scenes, since March last year, when the website was hacked, we've had so many problems with emails. And I think I finally found a solution. So that's my duty, is to make sure emails are working well for clients and things like that. So this is a beautiful, beautiful time to do it, as I said, because the retrogrades this year compared to last year, oh my lordy, but it was aligned with last year's energy. The retrogrades are spot on with the seasons and the months. It's so good. So good. All right. What else with Saturn retrograde? As I said, this is about 20-30 minutes. It's time to restructure the way we manifest our reality. Guys, we're back into this course again. So in restructure, while I'm having some time off in July, which reminds me, I will be doing the masterclasses. I'm going to continue those for you. Even whilst I'm overseas, I'm going to continue those for you at 6 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. That'll be my upside down crazy time, but I'm still going to stay awake for you. But I won't be doing the Facebook Lives until the 5th of August. So here, to restructure the way we manifest our reality, well, as I'm retreating and then planning in August, I'm restructuring my reality, because over here, I've revisited the relationship of me. And because I've revisited that, and go, well, I don't want to wear pink nail polish anymore. I don't want to wear pink jumpers or whatever it is. It's like, then my reality is going to change, and I need to restructure how I look at things to manifest. Because when I do that, things always work out. When that happens, I also have the opportunity to find a new attitude towards obstacles. What does that mean, Jean? Well, we're going to have all these obstacles and problems all the time, because that's how we learn. Mystery School, that's all it was about. This is what this cycle's about. It's continual learning growth. That's it. We're here as a soul having a human experience. And so if I have a different attitude towards it, then I look at the obstacle and I'll say, I don't know how, but it always works out. I'll find a solution. I will find a solution. There will be a solution. I tend to be that way anyway. But this is even a more enhanced aspect of ourselves, of finding a solution. So what a gorgeous time that we are in. So what else about Saturn retrograde? Saturn retrograde loves us, or Saturn in itself loves order. Everything to be orderly and working out. And that's why, for example, that the new medical intuitive course, because that's been revamped behind the scenes, it's time to upgrade it and freshen it up and tweak it and line it with more of Mystery School as well. It's going to be launched in July. And so then it's all ordered, ready for everyone. It's there, all the dates, the prices, etc., because it's a 10-month program. And so people need to know all the days, how it runs, it's all ordered. So I'm working with Saturn retrograde for myself, but also for those that are going to sign up for the 10-month course. Saturn loves discipline, and I love discipline. I love discipline for myself. So with that, it's a great time as I'm restructuring myself and tweaking my attitude towards obstacles and looking at different ways of the way I manifest my reality. There's a discipline act that comes in. And so it is, you might find yourself going, yep, no, I'm not going to eat that food anymore. No, I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to, whatever it is, that you're more disciplined. Even if you think that you're not normally disciplined, Saturn's going, come on, let's do it. So it's a beautiful energy. Saturn also loves a reward from everything that you do. There's got to be a reward. And this aligns with the book I just wrote, but I can't tell you what it is yet. So reward, what would the reward be? The reward is if you're eating really well and you're exercising because you revisited your goals and you're restructuring everything, the reward is you're going to feel fit and healthy. So I have a goal. I want to start training for climbing Machu Picchu in April. Is it April? Yeah, April. After I take people to Mexico, I want to make sure that I'm fit for those mountains and things. And so the reward is if I do this now, it is long term and I feel better. So reward is not so much I'm going to eat really well, be disciplined for a week and then go and fang on a chocolate. That's not the way Saturn works. Some of you like to see potential, but that's not how it works either. And so can you find a reward in everything you do? And I do. I love to celebrate everything. So the reward, like it's cold first thing in the morning, and sometimes I don't want to get out of bed. I'm awake like this going, oh my gosh, but it's freezing. It's like, get up, put on the 2 jumpers, the scarf, the gloves, the beanie, go for a walk. And the reward is I feel great afterwards. Totally great afterwards. I want to share some of the body parts of Saturn as well, because it also aligns with this retrograde, and it aligns with being in this winter time as well as it starts along. Remember, it takes you right through to November, which is spring. Saturn aligns with the skeletal system, or bones. And the bones are where we hold belief systems, and we are tweaking what is that belief system. And it's a time in that skeletal system to reevaluate your goals. Spleen, which is also affected in wintertime because it's part of the immune system. And instead of worry, thinking, worry, thinking, worry, breaking your immune system down, is a time not to worry, not to think, just focus on the goals, revisiting everything. So your thinking is more planned and structured. Then we've also got gallbladder. Gallbladder is about people pleasing, putting yourself as a priority, or stop people pleasing, putting yourself as a priority and stop procrastinating. And so this time is very important with the retrograde of I'm a priority. I am a priority. So you heard my goals. My health, my wealth, my abundance is really important. And then the last one is the coccyx. The coccyx is right down at the end of the spine. It's like a little tailbone. That's where we hold goals. And so your coccyx might start to hurt while you're sitting. It's because, hey, align with Saturn right now. Don't you love how all of this aligns together? So good, so good, so good. So, as I mentioned, it's time to revisit and restructure. Beautiful, beautiful time. And as I said, it aligns all with the winter time here. Those that have done this particular course aligns here. And so, we start on the 29th, which is Saturday. And we go through the 15th of November. It aligns with the season, winter, new beginnings, goals, revisit, reflect, review, rejuvenate. So that you come into spring as that new you, this new you. And so I've done it and I'll explain how I'm using it. As I said, the Medical Intuitive course is totally new, restructured, revisited, everything. Here it is, ready for everyone because they're in a new space as well. My health, looking at a few things, as I said, I'm just stopping my vitamins. I have been taking them since 2018, just stopping them for a little while, and revisiting some of my exercise and things, revisiting stock that I supply, products that I sell. I've made a decision. Some of the products I'm not going to be selling them anymore. Might be new ones, might not be, not sure. This is a beautiful time for you. And I really want you to just absorb Saturn retrograde. As I said, this is according to medical astrology, which is a module from Medical Intuition. And really just zoom into her. She is a beautiful planet. Beautiful. Those rings around her, the oranges and golds and yellows, and then that big ring around her. So sexy. The retrograde's divine. Aligns with winter, aligns with the millennium calendar, sacred geometry, and this is the secret codes to manifesting. So why not just, work with the universe and make it easy for yourself instead of hard? So on that note, lovelies, it's time for me to do some of my journaling, my journals for me. Finish my peppermint tea in my YouTube cup because it's now cool enough to drink. And I look forward to connecting with all of you Monday at 6 a.m. from Masterclass. I'll be there. Make sure you're there as well. And if not, it's recorded and put into here. And there'll be no Facebook Lives for July. I start back on those on Monday, the 5th of August, so that I can have some rejuvenation time and you can as well. So thank you, body. Let's just do a quick little healing on the Saturn body parts. And if you're watching on the recording or watching live, doesn't matter. Take a big breath in. And breathe all the way out. I'm going to do 2 more. The second one, breathe in. Breathe all the way out. That gets you back into your body. And the third one will align all of your skeletal systems. So big breath in. Breathe all the way out. And you should feel more at peace. So aligned with the Saturn retrograde. And your body is listening to this healing right now. Thank you so much, skeletal system, for the beliefs and the structure that you hold for me. Thank you so much to the spleen, who does so much work for the immune system, worry and thinking, but the rhythm of life. Thank you so much, spleen. Thank you, gallbladder. Thank you so much for making me put myself as a priority as I release procrastination. And I definitely let go of people pleasing. And last one. If you're sitting, just jiggle around. Thank you, coccyx. As I touch base, connect with all of my goals, aligned with the Saturn retrograde. Now take a big breath in. Let's integrate this. Breathe all the way out. Thank you so much, Super Souls, for joining me, whether you're live or watching the recording. I love to hear from you. Just put a chat through. Hey, Lindy. Thank you so much, darling. And Monique, thank you, my darling. Thank you. I love when people say hello while I'm doing the Facebook Live. So enjoy the Saturn retrograde just for you. You know the magic. Allow your body to align. Skeletal, spleen, gallbladder, and coccyx, all listening to the Saturn retrograde. Sweet dreams, everybody.